Hey class, welcome to ADJ 111, week 10. I'm going to go over chapter 10. But before I do that, please look over chapter 10, read that. Go over your PowerPoint for that. Reply to your classmate's original post number 5. Again, please, citation for your original, citation for each reply. You need 2 replies, and your mini homework set. I want to talk about communications, and certainly you have 17 slides or so on your communications PowerPoint. I want you to review those. Also listen to maybe what I have to say that will link in and out. When I teach a live class about communications, I do a bunch of different things. I pull out an actual police department general order, a rule, or a regulation. And I demonstrate communications several different ways. I split the class up into a bunch of different places, a bunch of different segments, 5, 6, 7 students each in a large class of 50. And I give one a sheet of paper that has that particular rule on it, and they're able to pass that down to the rest of their group, and their group can take notes on that. I make another copy and give it to one of the group leaders and give them enough copies they can actually give a copy of that rule to every single member. They don't have to take notes at all. And then I have one where the first person has to memorize that rule and then orally say that rule to the next person in line, and then that person says it to the next person in line, that person says it to the next person in line, and I take some different twist on those as well. We look at the different types of communication, how long it takes, the accuracy of the communication, so we can say that there's written communication, oral communication, and all the different types of communication that goes on, and there's a formal communication route and an informal communication route, and how important it is that this is a leadership and management class, not only to know how to properly use oral and written, this interpersonal communication, how to communicate with others, how to individually communicate with others, how to individually communicate with groups, how important it is to do that, but also how important it is as a leader to know the informal communication channels and how I might gather information from that, or use information from that, or send my message through those informal channels as well. That those are just as important as the formal communication channels. And then when we are in our roles as a boss, in our roles as a manager, as a leader, as a sergeant, first sergeant, lieutenant, captain, all the way up to the chief. What type of communication to use depending on the message that I need to get across. If it's an introductory, I just made chief of police, for instance. I didn't, but I just made chief of police, for instance, and I want to have a message out to everyone, welcoming them, introducing myself a little bit, talking about my goals for the organization, how I'd like for everybody to move towards those goals. Well, a video like this would be great. Do I need to write something out and get somebody to sign off for that? No. A court case comes out, Arizona v. Gamp, dealing with searches of vehicles. Well, maybe since it's a Supreme Court case and it changed the way we search vehicles, maybe I need to have that written, and maybe I need to make sure that everybody has a written copy of that, and that I have everybody sign saying that they received a copy of that, so that none of my officers violate anybody's civil rights. That might be an important thing to do. So again, just a brief video on communication. A lot of times we just think of texting and emails, and certainly those are types of communications, a brief chat in the hallway, but other times we have to think of a more formal way, a written way, a passing down way that might be important as well. So I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the videos and discussion boards.